The Municipal Building Committee last week to discuss the roof of the community school. One of the things that was pointed out by a member or two of the Municipal Building Committee is the time frame in which we were looking at going out to bid that particular project. After consulting with the Municipal Building Committee and the school department, it's possible that we will not be able to do the roof at the community school this summer, because if we go out to bid in the spring for a summer project, all of the larger companies that do that type of work have already committed to all of the projects that they've lined up for the summer. Well, in the meantime, the school department has contracted with a company that actually patches all of the roofs for the school. So they go around, and if there is a leak, they make sure that they seal that leak, and they're under contract through the school department for the rest of the fiscal year.
I think it gives me a lot of consternation that if the project's going to be on hold that we voted on, that represents 25% of the entire investment that the town is making in infrastructure in a given year. That's a seriously missed opportunity for the town. We're not making investments in our town. In that case, the money is just sitting there. That's troublesome.
Well, if I could,
Please do.
Vice President, through you, the capacity is just sitting there. The money is not. We didn't borrow for this yet. We haven't.
I understand that. I think the question is more whether we borrow it or not. Like if we don't borrow it, or if we have that capacity to borrow it, but we don't use it, we're effectively not taking advantage of in a given year with the full.
I agree. It is a missed
capacity we have.
opportunity.
If we're not going to make an investment if we're not going to make 25% of the annual investment that we usually make in capital infrastructure in our town, that's going to come back to haunt us for years ahead. That compounds. So hopefully we can still do something with that borrowing capacity.
First of all, I have to say, quite honestly, that I'm extremely disappointed that now, after you met with the MBC and the school department, that they are unable to undertake the community school roof project, because now they need a complete full assessment of the roof, including doing core samples to determine the true cost. That should have been done before it came to us. I feel like the school committee or the school department just had a wish list and they just threw everything out in the air and see what stuck to the walls, and that's what they came forward with. Not happy with the way that this was presented.
I concur. This is very, very disappointing. This is very disheartening for us to be sitting here with a meeting with bond council on Thursday to find out that the biggest ticket item that we had in our CFP plan can't be executed on in the year that we voted for it. And there are so many other deserving issues, like the bleachers, quite frankly, right, and many others. There was a list of 150 or more some items, right, that we could have bonded for.
Roof is more important than those bleachers.
And it's maybe more of them.
Well, yeah,
yes.
the kids are in that school and
It's
want to
a roof
have at
is
least.
town asset.
Agreed.
That's
Agreed.
protecting a town asset.
We
have
wanted
to
this
be-
roof to get done. So I think this is not something that we're happy about, and I know you're not happy with it either, Mr. Gallagher.
I think we are all in agreement, Mr. Vice President.
Yeah, I'm
that,
definitely not
I,
happy about it at all.
I was just as surprised as you were when I sat at that meeting Wednesday night and heard what I heard.